What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Conte video, you might say. But actually, this time there is a massive update. Like, actually massive. Coming from, I would say, very good sources as well. And the story is that next month, obviously, you might say, it could be, D-Day for is it Conte? Is Tudor going to stay? Etc. But we have a date. The 15th of June could be the day that everything explodes basically. And there's also yet another update on why it seems more likely than unlikely that Conte is going to leave Napoli. Doesn't mean join us. Here I say leave Napoli, excuse me. Before we get into it, smash the like button. Let's get to at least 100 likes for this one. Should be easy again. We did it a couple of days ago. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about the 15th of June. Okay, so the story has three layers from three different sources. I will first start off with, let's keep 15th of June a bit down the line because it's important, but I need to build up to it. The first story is from Mirko Di Natale, and he said, or he confirmed that there have been initial first contacts, whatever you want to call it. We all know that, that those took place for Conte, and he also said, besides him, it's just Tudor and him right now. There's nothing else. Like, that's the focus of the club right now. And he added, that the decision of Conte will very much depend on what type of transfer window the club is planning to make in the summer. And you probably go back immediately, to, okay, we need to beat Venezia, we need to get into the Champions League. Even though Conte, Giuntoli, and Alcan leaked already that it's not really needed. The Champions League is needed for prestige, but money-wise, the club will find the funds, even though putting it in themselves right now, in the club, whatever, because there are also stories, if you don't get Champions League, Yildiz will leave ahead of this week. It's a bit weird to report that. However, another story is from Corriere dello Sport saying that De Laurentiis told Conte, you're getting 150 million to spend in the transfer window this summer. However, Conte said, no, that's not really the thing anymore, because he was disappointed, when Kvara left and the club did absolutely nothing to replace him with, and he basically had enough. And Mirko also added that he's just waiting. Like, that's what he wants. He wants to come back. Obviously, the market needs to be good. He's not coming back when the club is like, we have no Champions League. We're signing absolutely nothing. We're doing nothing. Then he's probably going to stay at Napoli. But the other reports suggest that the relationship between him and De Laurentiis is just at an all-time low. That's the situation. That's the quote-unquote truth, according to them. Now, to the 15th of June, because Alfredo Pedula reported that the 15th of June, he said maybe a couple of days earlier, a decision will be made, and the decision will be made by, you guessed it, Alcan. He's going to make the decision, which is very obvious and very clear, from January, that it's not Giuntoli, it's not anyone else who's going to choose the coach for the club next season, or the following seasons as well. It's going to be Giuntoli, it's going to be Alcan who's going to make that decision, and Pedula in previous stories also said that Conte is just the main guy. There have been meetings between Conte and De Laurentiis, and the relationship is just poor, and it has nothing to do with winning the title, yes or no. It's about principles, according to the reports, that were not respected by De Laurentiis. Now, I've said all of this. Is this a done deal? No. It seems likely that he's going to leave Napoli. It doesn't mean he's joining Juve. It can still change. He can wake up and he's like, man, at Juve, I'm getting not what I wanted. No top four. They are losing a lot of money and they're not going to do what needs to be done. And they're going to sell players I actually need, And here, I'm going to get that money. And to top it off, there are thousands of reports out there from Gazzetta, Tuttosport, Pedula, I name the sources, saying that De Laurentiis met with Allegri, and that a deal is basically already in place. The moment Conte should leave the club, by mutual consent with Napoli, with De Laurentiis, whatever, then Allegri will step in ASAP, because the meeting has been set. The agreement is basically in place. It's just, when will it be kind of announced? When will Conte wake up and De Laurentiis wake up and say it's done? Probably after this Friday when they play for the title. That is the situation right now. That's what it is. And it can go really fast. It can, like, the season ends this week for Napoli. It ends on Friday evening. Are they winning the title? Most likely they're gonna beat Cagliari. They should beat Cagliari at home, and they're winning the title. And then it's obviously, celebrate, obviously take some time off. That's why it's the 15th of June or maybe a bit earlier when a decision will be made. But the reports are, they're adding, and more reports are coming out. More reports are suggesting that this is it. This is the road. The road is set. And when Giuntoli comes out again yesterday, saying that, again, Tudor's doing a fantastic job, but we will discuss after the Club World Cup. We will see after. I mean, come on. The Club World Cup means squad. It means nothing. Like, I cannot believe people are falling for that line. We will decide after the Club World Cup. What if we don't win the club? What if we don't make it out of the group? Is that a failure? Nobody really cares about that tournament. You get the initial money, 20 million to participate, and that's about it, for the clubs. Yeah, if you win it, you get a lot of money, but we're not going to win it. Like, we're just not going to win it. There are teams far better than us in that competition, so we're not going to win it. So what does that even mean when he says we're waiting after the Club World Cup? It makes no sense. The decision has already been made. They know what they want to do. It's Conte, and if it's not Conte, then probably they will stick with Tudor. Getting top four, getting no top four, doing well in the Club World Cup, doing rubbish in the Club World Cup, it won't change anything on the decision Alcon is going to make. If Conte says to Alcon, I'm down, I'm joining, I'm out of Napoli, the decision is made by Alcon. Whatever Tudor does is irrelevant. That's been very clear since January. It all depends on the man on the picture. If he's like, I'm not doing this, then yeah, Tudor has a shot to say. But even then, the Club World Cup means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. There's no hype around it. Nobody really cares. We're all gonna watch it, but if we don't win it or whatever, what? It is what it is. Like, it is what it is. That tournament's probably gonna get canceled in a couple of years. It's probably not gonna last very long. I have a feeling the way it's been set up, the way leaks are coming out, the way money, how it's gonna be divided, it's still not 100% clear. Like, it feels all completely off. So Giuntoli can come out week in, week out, day in, day out, and talk about it. It means nothing. If you like Tudor that much, you tell the fans and the media, it's Tudor, Club World Cup or nothing. We believe in him. But that's not the case. It all depends on this man. And according to reports, this man will make his decision, well, basically almost next week. That's what's probably going to happen. Or Alcon will make the decision, but Alcon is not going to make a decision not knowing what what Conte is going to do. He probably knows what he's going to do, and that's where he's going to base his decision on. Anyways, let me know what you think about all these stories. Do you think Allegri will actually join Napoli, which kind of sets everything in motion a little bit? Do you think Conte will walk, winning the title or not, being promised 150 million by De Laurentiis? Does it mean anything for Conte? And 3, do you think he will demand certain things of the club? Maybe not selling a Yildiz, for example, spending an amount on certain players rather than on Osimhen or whatever, because Omlano said Giuntoli is basically out. He has 1.9% to say, so he's basically out, even though I don't think it's for this summer. I don't think he can work with Conte, but whatever happens, I think Giuntoli will be in charge this summer, needing to work with Conte, getting the transfers over the line, and I think then a decision will be made on his future. Anyways, let me know in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you guys soon as always. Ciao.